Let's see. What's goody?
Yo,
Yo, I ain't gonna
yo.
lie, boy. I love that beat there you on your thing, man.
Oh, yeah. You talking about that last one?
Yeah, them mother fire.
Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate that.
Fire and desire, baby.
But yeah, man. How y'all doing, family? It's your boy Furious, aka POW, Prisoner of War, and this is brought to you by Death Before Bondage. My brother, co-host BB225 from Baton Rouge. Let's get it.
What's up? What's up?
Let's get to the business.
What's goody, fam?
Standing on business.
If all is well.
What they talking about in social media, big boy? Right now.
This
What's the big thing that's good? What's the big thing that's going around? Everybody talking about today?
I think it's this NFL.
No, it's about a fight. It's about a fight.
Yeah, it's a big
You ain't
fight.
seen it yet?
Huh?
Hold on, I'm about to look at the screen. This is what everybody talking about today.
Let's see. I can't see. 100 million person gorilla, huh?
100 man versus a gorilla. Who you think will win?
Huh?
Who you think gonna win?
Don't fight me. Don't help me. Help the gorilla.
You know how strong them gorillas is?
Man, you already know, man.
The motherfucker strong as hell.
Already know, my brother.
Yeah, but that's what these people talking about today, though. That's why I put it up there. You must ain't been on social media.
No, I haven't today.
I'm talking about rappers them chimed in and everything.
Oh, about what?
About 100 man versus gorilla.
Was that some movie or something? Or are you just being sarcastic? I'm missing something.
No, it's just going around on the internet. Who will win that?
Oh, that gorilla
It's
ain't
just
no
trending.
thing. It depends on what you got, what you using.
No, you can't.
Bears?
He can't use no weapons.
Oh man, that gorilla gonna fuck over all 100.
I don't know, man.
100 men
I
can't
was
do
thinking that. I was thinking that in the morning, but now I'm starting to, 100 people are 100 men is a lot.
it. Still ain't enough for what for a gorilla, bro. It's a beast, man.
But 100 men can do something that a gorilla can't do,
Man, with
and
that
that's
gorilla, every time that gorilla come across, if he hit wherever his lick land, if he hits you across your
he could
head,
take your arm off and beat you with it.
that's what I'm saying. He gonna if he hit you in your head, he gonna crush your skull. He hit you in your chest, he gonna cave everything in, everything. Man, do you understand the power and strength a gorilla has? Come on, man.
They skeleton is. They showed a picture of their skeleton yesterday because they've been talking about this for a couple of days. They showed us a picture of the skeleton of a gorilla, man. Man, his bones so thick, man. Torso thick as hell.
He going through them humans, bro. I could be wrong, but he going through them humans. Just
This
straight.
one girl said. This one girl said you can do it as long as y'all know that 10 people gonna get killed. At least it's gonna be more than that. But hey,
Yeah.
in this
It's gonna
world,
be an
you,
ugly scene.
in this world, you might find 100 dummies dumb enough to do
It's gonna be an ugly scene. That's all I can say.
it. 20 people grab his left leg. 20 people grab his right leg.
Waste of time.
20 people grab his left arm. 20 people grab his right arm. That's 20, 40, 60, 80. Then the other 20, y'all, y'all just work on headshots and y'all work on headshots. Y'all straight headshots and jaw shots.
And
You hear me?
that's gonna work, man.
Huh?
That's gonna work, bro.
You said that ain't gonna work?
Fuck no. That gorilla,
20 on each leg, 20 on each arm. Humans humans can strategize.
ain't
Humans
nothing
can
happening.
do humans can do multiple things at once. Humans can strategize, right?
Do you see
That gorilla if that gorilla if that gorilla was that smart, he wouldn't be he wouldn't be in the cage. You wouldn't even find no gorilla in the zoo. If they was that smart. It's like no, I'm just fucking with you.
yeah,
That nigga don't need smarts. All that nigga need is God given gorilla strength.
tell you, bro. Or who won't be a part of that?
You say what?
I know who won't be a part of that 100.
Who?
Live will give you. I'm nigga. Hey, fuck it. Man. I'm gonna get out of his way. Unless I got something real powerful in my hand. I'm gonna really
they give
pimp.
you they give you 20 mil, big boy. You doing it?
With what?
They say if you survive, if you survive in this cage with this gorilla, you get 20 mil. You doing
With what weapon?
it? Look at you. Look. You like what? Now you asking questions.
Yeah, man, I can't do it. Unless
Yeah.
Unless I'm just gonna go on my family, let them know I love them, and let them know, hey, I'm making this sacrifice for y'all. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy that.
You gotta last in the cage 5 minutes with a gorilla,
I know,
nigga. 20 mil.
That's just the ultimate sacrifice I'm preparing for my family to make sure they straight. That's all I could. I mean, that's the mindset I would have to do that. Because if I think I'm finna go and be able to compete, I got common life.
Hell to the no.
And then the bad part about me, after he do what he do to me, rip my limbs apart, have an eyeball over here, a whole jawbone and pulled out my head over there. He's a vegetarian. When he get done, he gonna go grab a banana and an apple and sit there and watch me just bleed. he don't even want no fish. How about that?
Hell to the no.
He's just doing that because he's coming in for fucking with me.
Yeah.
I didn't know they was having that. I haven't been on the internet.
See if 40 want to come through. Well, I guess I already put it in the back chat. Test his phone.
When I leave out of here, might keep me down. Let me see.
I'll bring you back up.
Look like I'm still.
We got a good show for y'all. Don't go nowhere, everybody. Got some new music, new videos. We're just getting everything situated. You feel me? Yeah, but man, 20 mil for 5 minutes. I'll do that. Man. Fight.
Yeah, I have to go get me. I go get me a bottle of Crown. And then I'm gonna go live. This is for my homie.
Hey, but keep it 100 though. A doctor. I just seen the video of like a one of those doctors that deal with the animals or something, and she said that she going with the humans. She going with men, and from what I gathered, because basically we can strategize. We can do, you know what I mean?
You're not going
in. We can strategize.
If you're not going in there with no weapon, if you talking about just going in there,
Big boy say no. Hey, you say you doing the math on that, huh? You say the math ain't mathing?
It ain't mathing, bro. Einstein was
So you see a nigga getting beat with his own arm. Nigga.
Hey, bro, it could be Einstein.
So you ain't got to be Bill Nye the Science guy to figure that one out, huh?
Nah.
It was this one girl on my. All right, it was this one black girl. I'm gonna see if you can hear her. She had a nice little concept for it though.
100 men, one gorilla. He's severely outnumbered. Hello. win, but actually the men would win, and I'll explain why. First of all, let's state the obvious. 100 men, 1 gorilla. He's severely outnumbered. Hello. Second, let's just go ahead and get this off the table. There's going to be at least 10 of y'all that die, okay? And as long as you guys are okay with that, then I think you can take him down. 10 out of 100, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Some of y'all are going to die because that gorilla is definitely getting his licks in, okay? That's just that. Now let's talk strategy. I think this is very doable if you guys all rush in on him at once. It never gave one at a time. It never gave single file line. You have to rush in on him at once and stomp him out like a roach. Now, the men who are chosen to take down this gorilla cannot just be any random man. We don't need Kevin that works at Pizza Hut. I'm sorry, because he's getting folded like a lawn chair. We need to bring out the bodybuilders, the men who are 250 plus, the men who are incredibly swole and strong, bring them out. The men who eat weights for breakfast, those are the men who need to be on the front lines. We can't just have an average Joe out here. Like I said, if you all just rush in on him at once, it is very doable. Granted, some of you will die, but that is okay. The point is not to see how many people live. The point is to see if 100 men can take down 1 gorilla. As long as the gorilla gets taken down, mission accomplished, right? Like, okay, there are a few fatalities. That is the price that you guys will pay. The last thing that's
Here's
going
the smart
to make
part
this
right
a
here.
fair fight for all the men involved is that it needs to be done in an enclosed cage. Because once some of these men start seeing people die, they're gonna want to cower out and run away because they just saw somebody get their arm ripped out of the socket. But when we put them in a cage, there will be no escaping, okay? It is fight to the death. That adrenaline is going to skyrocket and they will be inclined to fight to the death. There will be no running away. So I think it's very doable. You guys just need to be very strategic, okay?
What you think about that, big boy?
She done lost her
Why you coming for sis, man?
Yeah. She's saying all that because she's not going to be in there.
you say it's real easy. Say it's real easy saying that from your SUV, comfortable and chilling, right?
Once all 95, she got 5 get ripped to pieces like all the fight gonna be out of them. The motherfucker gonna forget they can squat a
Open that goddamn cage. Niggas look like open that cage, nigga. Open that cage now.
Coming up out there, they're gonna find a way to get up out that motherfucker. You better let me out this bitch, man. I'm not fucking
Ooh, shit.
Feet don't fail me now. I'm out of here.
Like you said, big boy. Hey, I'll watch it, but I won't be in there. I'll watch it, nigga. Go ahead and try it.
I don't even want to see it because it's gonna be gruesome. It's gonna be gruesome. I tell you what we can do though. No, I ain't gonna say that.
What?
I know who, and I know they'll probably that'll be exciting to them. I think we can do it.
Hell to the norm, man.
Oh,
that was funny, man.
Matt and Brock, they'll do it.
Hell no. Hey, but look, you know, part of Black Masterminds, I want to play a Black Mastermind, so I want to play a little bit of John Henry Clark real quick.
Let's get it.
Before we knew that a European was in the world, before he wore a shoe or lived in a house that had a window. Now, Africa has always and still is the prize for the whole world. We have always been the prize because we have always had and still have something that other people won't, think they can't do without, and don't care to pay for. Because we have always been the prize, we have been under siege for over 3,000 years. The main thing imperialism did, slavery and imperialism, an answer for African problems. Either Africans find a solution to African problems, or there is no solution. And if you don't find a solution soon, you go back into slavery. We have to stop all of this nonsense about who belongs to what religion when all of them were imposed on us in the first place. We stop all this fight between Muslims and Christians when neither one of the religions are doing them any good or moving them toward independence. All of them are handmaids of conquerors. All of them are religions of conquerors who were naive when we accepted their interpretation of something that we had all along. I'm saying we need to take a good look at ourselves. I'm not talking about building churches. I'm not talking about getting rid of religions. Understand me well. I am saying that every single thing that touches your life, religious, socially, and politically, must be an instrument of your liberation, or you must throw it into the ash can of history. We've been the victims of propaganda. Now, the Bible that you get so dewy-eyed over is one of the greatest pieces of propaganda ever written.
A little bit of our brother John Henry Clark, Black Mastermind. I don't agree with everything, but he's still a black mastermind. Most of his work is profound and futuristic. You know, he predicted a lot of things, just like most other masterminds and scholars that came before us. You know, how you feel about what he said, big boy?
I feel better. That's my boy. That's my boy, man. I really respect what he said.
I think one thing that we probably disagree. He didn't believe in the Bible. He thought it was propaganda.
Right.
But he was still a great mind.
Yep.
All of our brothers.
That's
How you feel about all that?
No, I agree. There's some things that he was into that Egyptology stuff. That wasn't my thing. But, you know, that's where we have to learn a lot of chew the meat and spit out the bones.
There you go. That's why you my brother. Chew the meat and spit out the bones, man. You know, I take in all knowledge. Like I don't shun no knowledge, even though I believe in the Bible. Israelite, I don't shun any knowledge, far as Pan African or Moorish, Egyptology. What them brothers in New York? 5%ers. Yeah. I don't shun no information, far as who I could be.
Yeah,
Feel me?
They sharp too. 5%.
Yeah. They very sharp. Wu-Tang and RZA and them, and they be in they in New York deep. Lord Jamar and all that. Yeah, man. It's just a shame that we've been ripped of our knowledge and our culture and our heritage. And it's a shame. And you see these brothers talking about how they free and everything is good. How everything good? And you got the last name of a slave master, man.
Well, you know one of my favorites, bro. The worst thing, and it's so it's personal. Just for a people to do what was done to our ancestors. I don't think you can get stripped of knowledge of oneself. It's one of the worst things you could ever do. To take a people and strip their knowledge of who they are from them, one of the most cruel things you could ever do. And then when they finally do get free, you just give them a general statement saying, okay, what tribe, what nation, what territory. You know what I'm saying? It was crucial, man.
Yeah. And then they call you an extremist for trying to be a Moor or trying to be an Israelite or trying to be a Muslim. You see what I'm saying?
Or you get a tap that and say, yeah, it don't matter.
Got my other brother up here, 40 acres. BB225. My brother got my co-host, BB225, and my co-host, 40 acres. We all foundational Black Americans, Black masterminds. You did?
What's happening with you?
What's up, 40 acres?
Hey, what's going on, brother? What's good?
What's good?
Yeah, man.
What was we talking about, big boy? I forgot. I forgot that kid.
Talking about a group of people that can take the knowledge of
Okay,
self,
yeah.
how cruel you, like what kind of human being. You feel me?
Hey, your mic going in and out, big boy.
I said, what kind of human being? You can hear me?
Keep talking.
Testing 1 2.
All right, yep, you good.
To be able to take that history of oneself from a cool shit, bro. Motherfucker to do fucking. I'm just gonna keep it treetop. Got to. You feel me?
Yep.
40 acres. Motherfucker. Boy.
Yeah. I was just trying to share the show around the people.
You're creating employment. Aeroplanes, break them down and study them, later on make aeroplanes. What this whole thing is about is the restoration of confidence. It has been the role of these handmaidens of colonialism to destroy your confidence in yourself. We produce the first human society that said you can't be a king unless you got a queen. You can't be a god unless you got a goddess. We got confused with someone else's ideas, someone else's concept and definition of us. What we have to understand is that faith has not spared us for an idle reason. What is there in us that made us strong enough to take this heavy blow? 500 years of slavery, one way or the other. Slavery, neo-colonialism. What made us strong enough to survive? What is faith saved us to do? And inasmuch as we gave the world its first humanity, faith has saved us to give the world its last humanity. What we have to do is to believe it, to believe that we are worthy of it, and to believe that we are capable of it. What Black studies should be about, what Black religion should be about, is the restoration of the confidence. And the restoration of the confidence is we must rule the state again. Then,
All right, yeah. That's just wanted to give the brother John Henry Clark, rest in peace. Give him his flowers. That's what we do on Black Masterminds. We give the flowers to the Black Masterminds. A lot of people don't do that. You know what I mean? But let me play some music and then we're gonna move to our next topic.
no guard. I'm back rash to run shit with no yards. In fact, it sound like I'm back. They spinal cords attached to ox cords. The way they run it back, this shit is gonna impact your posture. We realign and rap, now make space for the next take on the great white shark. It's jaws dropping. When I make my art, yellow text for them hard to read and say by heart. How many days I fought? Bet you don't know. Train till exhaust in the dojo. Had to smash that, got the stack of them writers block. I am hip-hop, action, my pop acts, all my mom and them. Y'all rap the same little rap name, these kids homonyms. I don't even see the harm in them. Coach, you can feel the ambience, we floating above consciousness. The most high giving compliments, the most I can accomplish is the best. One flex, one test, none one consequence. Guidelines for the guidelines for the minds of men. Authorized for this dominance, we on the rise, spitting rhymes with kids. This coast conscious, the live is click. Have you ever been a rich nigga? Nah, not me. I got just enough to tell myself God got me. Chose to take a leap of faith instead of living on the edge. Find comfort knowing God gon' come through in the end and keep me humble. Keep me grounded even when I stumble. Keep me human knowing I need help whenever I'm in trouble. But I'll confess, want shit to change. Want the 88 Benz with grain switching lanes. Pick up every tab, flying first class on planes. Give my family shit they never had. Buy my wife her first Chanel bag. She think I'm next to be a rich nigga. I believe her biggest fear is I get rich and feel like I no longer need you. I'm scared I won't recognize my blessings. Stop living life within abundance. Tighten my grip on all of my possessions. Should it come with that? The bottom of the fall is that with everything I got, I don't get back to none of y'all. Due to my ambitions, I face contradictions. Maybe I'm just tripping. Lately I've been feeling I want everything to change, but want everything to stay the same. Started with a vision, but it made conditions. God gave me the wisdom to make good decisions, cause I'm welcoming the change. Just hope the best of me can still remain.
Yo. Had to drop some my brother's Coast Contra. Yeah, Coast Contra. Hey 40, you wanna do that the spinners?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do the spinners review. Give me 1 second.
It look like he in Florida.
Shit, it's hot enough to be in Florida, my G. Louisiana just as hot, bro. We just don't have no beaches, man. Just don't have no beaches, my boy. Pressure.
You think about the lake show just getting bounced like that, man.
No defense, man. Defense win championships, broski.
He just got bounced out. Yeah. I perfectly to be straight, and I know I may sound crazy, but the team they was a stronger team, I feel, before the trade.
I ain't gonna say that. Put more points on the ball. Offensively, they had what it took. They just say they got to improve defensively, man. At this point.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Before the trade, I think there was more balance because after the trade, there was high power offense and defense. Defensively, they was trash.
Well, before the trade, what consistent score did they have?
Nobody. But they were still in the top top 8 teams. They still a playoff team, playoff bound. Then But you know how it is. Defense win games.
What that series is like with your Warriors? That's a good one, man.
3-2
We play tomorrow.
Warriors, and that's the next game. I think is tomorrow.
On Saturday.
It's Saturday. Might be Saturday.
Oh, so I say tomorrow or Saturday.
Yeah. Well, knock on wood, we'll close that out. The next game, they were supposed to do what they did yesterday. They were supposed to do what they did. Defend home court.
You know what got y'all in it? The veteran. They all veterans, man.
Yeah. Yep.
Their youth is what have them behind.
Yesterday they outran us. They for sure outran us.
Yeah. Did Cleveland out Orlando yet?
No, I don't think so.
Yes. We're gonna do a little quick 15-minute Sinners review. Spoiler alert. Little 15-minute spoiler alert. So if you haven't seen Sinners, mute, close your ears.
Yeah, I'm gonna come right back. I got something to do right quick. Come right back.
Yeah, we're gonna so yeah, man. How you feel about Sinners 40? I say that it was a subliminal message wrapped into a movie. You know what I mean? Sort of like the Super Bowl was like Kendrick Lamar with the Super Bowl wrapped around. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Like the movie was very second to the message of the whole movie. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Exactly. Exactly. I felt like it was a good movie. I feel like it was good. Actually, let me take that back. Good is the understatement. I think it was very good. I think it was a very, very good movie. I also think, like I was telling you before, but I also think I'll get a lot of hate on this shit, but it's being a little overhyped. I think a lot of people who've seen the movie don't even, they seen it and but I don't think that. I think for people like you and I think and people with the mindset like that, I get it. But there's a lot of people who don't have that kind of mindset, and they go up in the movie as well. Um,
Yeah.
I think, but at the same time, like I was telling other people, Steven Spielberg gets so much hype, and majority of his movie is trash. So I'm like, let's hype up the brother. Yeah, like I have no quorums of people out there saying about the movie being really good. I feel like it's really good. I get the message, but I just feel like some people out there are they just don't get it. They don't you, you know how you and I we talk about this stuff that's innocent, or we talk about this every day.
Hmm.
And they go see it, and now they talking about like they've been up on game. Like, no, you this ain't, you don't live this life. This ain't who you are. Once the hype is gone, you're gonna go back to soft shoeing.
Hmm.
So yeah. So people like us, I feel the movie. I love the movie. I just feel like it just, I guess you can just say it's just some fake people out there, and that kind of just irritates me. seeing the fake hype for the movie. They're not really they ain't really about this life. By the end of the year, you know, they're gonna be moving on to something else. It's more like a people being sheep type thing. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. They don't live this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they're
get
not
you.
living. Yeah, they're not living this. But
On the,
hopefully,
on,
I think some of them, the movie might have them live in it. But I think the majority of them is hyped up for it because that's the thing to do, and then they're gonna turn around and be hyped up about something else in a few months.
yeah, yeah. I respect Ryan Coogler for the subliminal messages, just like Jordan Peele. He got the subliminal messages, and Kendrick Lamar, they got the subliminal messages, just like the slaves. You know, we had our own little code back in the day of how we moved around and still got over to that other plantation to go mess with the old girl. You know, we did
Yep.
like we still did what we had to do. You know, we
Hmm.
just had to work. You know, we had to worry about them. Always had to worry about them folks. But we still communicating to this day, just in a different way. So I respect the subliminal message, and that one part. I don't want to get too far into it, but that one part when they was all dancing, and then the white man came, you know, the vampires came in, whatever, whatever, right? That symbolized how they just, you know, basically screwed everybody over, took everybody culture, and then when you became one of them, you was removed from your culture, just like a lot of people is today,
Yeah.
removed from the, you know, whether you black or brown. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It was
Yeah.
very, yeah, man. The message was very good in there.
And
You
some
know?
of it was right in your face. Some of it, you know, if you, I hate to use the word woke, but if you, if you woke, then you'll catch it.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah, you
now,
don't want
would you like to see this story continue? You like to see a prequel to the story, some offshoot to the story, or they should just leave it alone?
they should just leave it alone. Yeah, they should just leave it alone. Uh, it was good. You know, it was a good movie the way it was. They probably, no, I doubt it. Ryan Coogler, he don't seem like it's a good movie. I think everybody should go see it. They got a lot of subliminal messaging in there. And that's pretty much it. I don't think I want to get too much far into it unless you got something else to say. I'm gonna hit Big
No,
Boy up.
yeah, you get them back, but yeah, I don't got. I could start going. I seen it once. I know some people who seen it about 5 to 6 times. So uh, shout out to them. I will say this about not about the movie, but kind of the business part of the movie is that I love that Coogler got got his money. He from day one, from the opening day. Yeah,
Yep,
that's I love that he gets the rights back, the full rights of the movie back in 25 years. That
yep, yep,
Warner Brothers only have it for 25 years, and he's still gonna be a young man when he get the full rights back to it. So so yeah, I
he
love that.
revolutionized it. He
Yeah,
revolutionized in the movie industry for independent, not probably not just black artists, but independent artists.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, because that's both of those are pretty unheard of. Getting
yep,
that, getting them his rights back. Not even Stallone don't have the rights to Rocky.
yep, 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 yep.
He wrote that thing, filmed that thing. But he don't have the rights to it. That's one of the thing that why he wasn't in Rocky or not Rocky 3, but Creed 3. He didn't even watch Creed 3 because he don't got he had no say so in the movie.
Shout out to Ryan Coogler. He also said FBA in an interview a couple of days last week. He used FBA in his sentence about foundation of Black Americans. He ain't say African American. He ain't say black. He said foundation of Black American. So that's letting people know right there that we gaining traction. You feel me? We gaining traction. We delineating, and we, you know what I mean? We delineating and trying to get our reparations, and we trying to get our bills passed, and we trying to get what's ours. And all praise to Ryan Coogler for saying FBA in a mainstream platform for his movement.
Yeah, because a lot of people, even in, our people, when I mentioned the FBA, just not on social media or nothing like that, but just in the streets, and they be like, FBA, what is that? What is that? And then I gotta let them know what it is. And I'm not just saying just for Black people, but white Latinos, they have no clue what FBA is. And when I mention to them, then they start doing their research on it and whatnot. So yeah, like you just said, yeah, we just got to keep using that because that's exactly who we are. It was um yeah, shout out to that, man, because that was powerful that Cougar did that.
Yeah, very very powerful, man. Very powerful. I was telling we ain't gonna talk about the movie no more since Big Boy up here. But I was telling 40 that Ryan Coogler said FBA in one of his interviews for the movie. So shout out to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
What's up, man?
People being aware of how we identifying.
You'll be surprised. A lot of our people don't even know what that means, man.
Yeah, just saying that. Oh, just saying it. But again, it's not talking down to them or nothing like that. All it is we just got to educate them because at one point, I didn't know what it was, and I had to be put up more on it.
Right.
So yeah, we just got to, each one teach one.
There you go.
When you try to educate a lot of them, man, they reject it, bro. Like they'd rather be called black or color, or they identify as African American like that. When you try to get your foundational Black American, your foundation comes from on this soil. They don't get it. It should be over their head, man.
Yeah, well, you can only lead the horse to water, so
Yeah,
that's all you can do.
that's it.
Yeah, man. So we got the stuff out the way, man. Let's get a little bit more light meat, man. A little bit more light meat before we get to the dark meat. Pause. Big boy.
Yes,
The conversation of did the South kill rap?
here you go.
Did
Go.
the South kill rap, big boy?
So you changed the title for number one, but when you say kill rap, no, they didn't. Uh, Everybody contributed to what happened with rap. And I don't pretty, we have our accountability to take as a whole on every coast and as well uh, the people who profited from it as well. But no, I'm not gonna say the South uh, kill rap at all. Because the South basically, how could you say the South kill rap when all the South was doing was going along with what everybody else was doing? We wasn't the trendsetter of the game. What actually what the South started doing is start following up. To me, if you ask me in my personal opinion, the South started following the West Coast.
There you go, man. I knew you was about to say that.
I mean, just go, go back. If you go back and listen to the Ghetto Boys, with Jay Prince them started with you know, it was Jay Prince them, then Master P came with Cash Money, all of those guys, man. If you really go back and listen, A Ball, MJG, all those originators that come from back in the Gap, they were coming, they was following your Spice Ones, your Ice T's, your NWAs, Snoop, that West Coast vibe. That's what the South was mimicking.
Now let me okay, I feel you on but um, when we say kill hip hop, what are we talking? What are we talking when we say kill hip hop?
I don't. I guess you're talking about the.
That is trash now, or are we talking about the culture part? What are we talking about?
I think it's the part where we can't say the culture because the culture, New York would be to blame for that because even the New York rappers, they were mimicking the big dope boys up there who used to rock the big Cuban link chains with the Kangos and the Adidas jumpsuits with the Adidas with the fat string. They got that from dope boys. But we can't blame the originators will have themselves to blame for that. I mean, when it comes to the
I,
culture,
I don't believe that South kill rap, but it's definitely a good talking piece. I remember when Young Jeezy first started getting hot, and because I'm a hip hop historian. I remember when Young Jeezy first started getting hot, and then Nas dropped "Hip Hop Is Dead," and they had like they little subliminal beef for like a couple of years or whatever, and they finally squashed it. Uh, I think it's some credence to the fact that people like Young Jeezy made it cool to not be lyrical. He was one of the first people I ever saw that not first, but he made it real cool to not be lyrical. I think that's when it started. I think that's when hip hop started shifting to the South more, when it was more about riding to some nice music, beats, boom, boom, boom. When New York had it on top, it was more about Wu Tang. It was about Wu Tang, Big L, Jay Z. It was about lyric. It was more on a lyrical level. But for some reason, the game shifted to the South. And shout out to all the lyrical South. M MG MJG 8 Ball, Ludacris, Lil Wayne. J. Cole, he considered from the South, and he one of the greatest. Andre, Three Stacks, Big Boy, Scarface. These are lyrical heavy hitters. So there's no diss to the South.
yeah.
It's fun. It's a funny talking piece, though. That's for sure. Very funny.
I mean, when you talk East Coast, you had your Nas, you had your lyrical spitters up there, but they had that gutter stuff too. Now I can't think of that boy name. I listened to some of his lyrics. He used to go hard. The dude that beat Jay Z in the freestyle they had. What was his name? One he can I think was he dang about Jay Z and this other dude came with who was you heard about the freestyle that Jay Z had with what's his name 40 Cal or 40s. I forgot that dude name from New York. He was cold. I think he either got killed or went to prison. I can't remember his name.
Come on, 40 cal from Dipset.
No, I don't. I might have them mixed up. It was whoever battled with Jay Z. They had a freestyle battle against each other. He was supposed to be the only one that really shut Jay Z down. I don't remember his name. Yeah, a lot of them dudes from the Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx, they was but the lights was on the Nas, Jada Kiss, and all them boys. But they had that gutter shit up there in New York too. POW, you heard me? But
Yeah, when hip hop used to paint a picture, so that it was storytelling, and it was relatable. Uh, Now,
Mm.
now is you can't, and it's not that I'm a OG now. That's why I can't relate. They're not talking about shit that's relatable. Not at all. It's no it's no storytelling about of it and whatnot. Scamming and whatnot. People can't relate to scamming. People can't relate to somebody busting out somebody's windows to steal out of what we call out here bipping. They that's not relatable. So
Sliding
yeah,
on your ops. Yeah,
right,
sliding on your ops and shit.
right. So
I'm 41 years
none of
old.
that is relatable now. And I can't say where that started at. I don't know if it started in the west, the south, or the east. All I'm
you
saying is
talking about what you talking about then? Well,
That's drill music. That's
yeah,
drill rap.
that's Chicago,
yeah. And where drill music started.
Chicago.
Chicago.
There you go.
Hey, but
So,
hey, but trap music, crawl. So drill music can rap, and trap music came from the song. Trap music had to crawl, so drill music could rap. I mean, so, could walk and or run, whatever the hell. But man, it's all.
and they, uh, basically just letting anybody and everybody be on the mic too. That's also another issue too. And not everybody like what not everybody is a lyricist. So yeah, not
Gucci,
and they
Gucci, Gucci,
they get a good producer behind them and whatnot, and then you really listen to the beat, not to what this cat is talking about.
I
Oh
never
god,
understood how Gucci Man became as famous as he did. I never understood that. I never thought he never impressed me with his lyrics.
this gonna fuck this gonna fuck you up. But I think Gucci Man more lyrical than Jeezy.
You done lost your mind.
I
Hey,
mean,
but you know this up to? Yeah, I don't get it.
I
What you
don't
think,
know.
40?
Gucci is more lyric than Yeezy.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, I would think so.
You would too?
Yeah,
Boy, I wonder what's
yeah.
wrong with my ears.
No, you like what you like.
Yeah.
You like what you like, but
I
yeah.
mean, I'm not no crazy fan of Jeezy either, but I think
Jeezy
I
be
listened
rapping.
to him before Gucci.
Jeezy be rapping. I don't know, man. He be rapping on one bar slow, and I don't know, man. I never heard like a quotable from him. Like I like, man, you heard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard a quotable. Like, man, you hear that bar?
He ain't trash or nothing, you know what I'm saying? He ain't
No,
trash,
he ain't
but
trash, and he ain't trash, and he know what a hot song supposed to
yeah.
sound like. He know what a hook, a hot sound, song supposed to sound like that. People gonna like he got. You know, he do his thing for what he do, but just far as lyrics, shit just trash to me. I just never got around there. I could never get that.
I feel
Yeah, man, we all know Eminem killed hip hop though. We just gonna put it out there.
That
He- he's
boy said Eminem.
the one, and then if you want to even go further, like Dre, the one that put him out there, and then Dre did it.
L to the Nizar. Oh shoot. All right, man. But we can move on to the next topic, man. Now we get to the dark meat. Pause. Gotta say pause. 2025, man. Yeah, gotta say pause these days, boy. Lord, whole goddamn world going crazy, man. Uh,
Have some ladies out there that want to get to the dark meat part of the conversation.
so, all right, fuck it. Let's go. Yeah, man. Let's go. Pookie and Ray Ray, man. So social media today is like a minstrel show, man. All this damn clout chasing and shot jock perspectives and all this. I seen Cam Newton and y'all tell me if who was if Cam Newton was wrong. Cam Newton he asked Dwight Howard something why Dwight Howard no he asked the Dwight Howard girl something about Dwight Howard being gay and all that, and he was basically clout chasing to call out the Dwight Howard. He was sacrificing the Dwight Howard image, even though we all probably know the Dwight Howard might be he might be on that side. He might be on the other side. Do y'all think? And J.R. Smith from they used to play for Cleveland and Denver Nuggets. He called Cam Newton out. Do y'all think that Cam Newton was wrong? Or
Yeah, Cam been doing a lot of shit that I don't. Cam a trip, man.
even though we know Dwight Howard,
he did some sideways shit with the Sanders family too. Shadur. Cam Newton be tripping. I heard I heard him asking her that question. I would think that he's in a position where he wouldn't have to be doing no shock jock shit like that. I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't expose the man like that.
yeah, man. Man, I'll never do this stuff for like clout chasing or popularity. Like, if it ain't on truth and what I really believe in, then it's not gonna come out of my mouth ever. You know what I mean? And these, I see just a lot of minstrel, like people sacrificing their own homies just for a podcast or just to, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of backstabbing, man. A lot of backstabbing. I call it Pookie and Ray Ray behavior, man. You know. Let me play this one video real quick. Brother Amos Wilson. I know I ain't take it off. There we
Where
go.
the spirit that has been implanted in us, we have taken to be us, and we've identified with it. That is why in defending ourselves, we end up defending the people who rule over us. In defending our ego, we end up maintaining the social structure that has destroyed our ego to begin with. And you see it in our youngsters, who will fight and kill in the name of respect. And fight because their egotistic orientation has been insulted. And therefore, in defending their ego, they do not kill the people who destroyed their ego. They kill each other. And maintain the one who destroyed them in the first place in power.
Yeah, man. Talking about the glorification of violence in our culture. All these young boys going to. Can y'all hear me? My bad. Can y'all hear me? Yo. Big boy 40. Can y'all hear me? Hold on, y'all. We having a little technical difficulties. Yo. I'm about to go back out and come back in, y'all. Yo. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, big boy. He dropped out. So yeah, let me play this other video.
Rushing to the second crime scene, they discovered that the victim, 35-year-old Brandon Cooper, had been brutally executed in an assassination-style murder. With no
I'm a man